Marxism entered United States after World War II in Berkeley and in Columbia University. And a man named Herbert Marcuse, who was a German Marxist, came and he gave it a new spin. And he brought, racism into Marxism, which was not there in the beginning. And he introduced ideas like cancel culture and all that stuff. They didn't use those terms. But why the majority have to be silenced and they should not be given a voice, and who are the oppressed and who are the oppressors. And he brought in this idea that it is not a class struggle in terms of economic classes, because that's what it was originally, but it is a class struggle racially, which is a whole new kind of concept, a very Americanized concept of Marxism. And this led to something called critical legal, instead of critical race theory, it was critical legal theory. And this came out of Harvard professor, and it stayed dormant. It was only in academic circles and limited leftist circles. And then it developed into critical race theory. And this critical race theory also was very on the margins. It was not a big deal until Black Lives Matter, what happened to George Floyd, which was a tragedy, and everybody sympathized. So this is when the Marxists and their critical race theory decided to introduce their logic and their DNA into this whole Black Lives Matter movement and co-opted it. So this gave it a whole new kind of the Black Lives Matter movement got taken over by critical race theory. And then the Indians jumped in, the Dalits jumped in and said we should also create a critical caste theory and a critical Dalit theory. And then they said that these Dalits are the blacks of India and the Brahmins are the whites of India. And this whole history of black, white, oppressor, oppressed, and all that, we can apply to India.